Hey everyone, welcome back to another tea video. Today I'm bringing you the final video for the One River Tea, the white tea tasting box that I got. Goes for 45 bucks. I'll link it down below, of course, but specifically this one is the Silver Needle. This is, to my knowledge, the, I don't know, fanciest, priciest white tea in the box. I'm not super experienced with Silver Needle. I've had like maybe two others in the past. So far, it's been a little mellow for my taste. I think it's something that's for more experienced tea drinkers. It's mellow. It's very in depth, and you got to pay attention and kind of notice it. But that'll be all right. We'll give it a try, see what I think. But I'm sure some of you out there are big fans of it. I'm typically more of a stronger aged white tea person, but these leaves look really nice. I feel like this looks very bud heavy, if not all bud. I'm not too sure. Uh, Nice downy, little bit of white on them. Really nice looking. And we'll get a quick smell profile on that too. We'll do it in the Gaiwan. Give it a little shake. Yeah, it smells basically just vegetal. Not getting too much else on that dry smell profile, just all veg. But I did pull up the specifically Silver Needle on the One River Tea site. I assume this is the same one that I got in the sample box. This one is labeled harvested early March 2025. So I'll read off this one. So it is Fooding White Tea, early March 2025, Panchi Fooding Fujian, Yuanming Tea Garden. Tasting notes are baked donut, honeysuckle, roasted peanut, sweetgrass, and cream. Silver Needle is one of our all-time favorite teas, but not a tea we would recommend for beginners. The beauty in this tea is in its subtlety, its consistency, and its unmistakable cha-chi. A session with this tea is conducive to a quiet, blissful mood rather than an edge-of-the-seat roller coaster experience one would get with a Dangkong Oolong or Young Raw Pu'er tea. The Silver Needle has always been one of our most refined, exquisite, and less expensive teas available in the Chinese market, but one session with this excellently sourced tea should show you exactly why this is. The dry leaves give off a heavy and savory nutty aroma backboned by its green vegetation, which is warmed releases sugary notes redolent of baked donut and sweet overtones of honeysuckle. When brewed, the leaves exude a rich and thick roasted peanut fragrance mixed with a little bit of sweetgrass. The leaf aroma is anything but subtle. The brew is pale yellow, gold thick, and with tea down. On the tongue, this tea is thick but modest. In Chinese, they use the term cream flavor to describe a tea like this, and while the sweet honeysuckle remains present as a dominant flavor. Around the third or fourth infusion, vegetation returns, thickening up the mouthfeel and giving a heavy boost of sweet pea flower fragrance to the cup. This year's picked Silver Needle is incredibly consistent and very early. The buds are all very small, only a few centimeters in length, and the Q usually does. He has decided to leave the scale leaf attached to the bud. This, in his opinion, and ours, creates a slightly sweeter Silver Needle than with pure bud versions. So yeah, sounds very interesting. There's what they look like, which I just showed you as well. So yeah, I think Silver Needle is all bud, and then he left like that little leaf there attached because they feel it makes it sweeter. So yeah, sounds very interesting. I'll be brewing this today at 100 and, well, it's currently cooled a little since it went off, but 184 Fahrenheit. But sounds like an interesting tea. I'm not super experienced with Silver Needle, and I think the Silver Needle I have had was a bit cheaper. I didn't really pay attention to the quality or the location or where I got it. I just kind of picked it up because I was curious to try something that said Silver Needle. So this one should be a lot better than what I had so far. One River definitely. You could tell they focus more on quality than a lot of other tea sources I've had. I think they focus on you know, working directly with the farmers, with the quality, with where they get it. They go directly to the farms, and real interesting. You can even shop by farm on their site, which I think is cool. So if you find a farm you like the taste of it from that farm, you can shop just from that farm. So I think that's really cool. That's interesting. Here's the tea. Let's get a quick smell on these wet leaves. Very vegetal and also nutty. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. It's definitely nice. Very, very vegetal. Smells like, I don't know, almost like fresh cut grass to me. Very interesting for sure. Whereas the last tea I had, it was like there was a bit of sweetness in there, and there was kind of an odd spice that I was getting. This is just like, yeah, just straight like cut grass with like a bit of a roasted nutty note in there. Not quite as strong of a nutty note as like some of the previous like dragon wells I've had or anything, but it is definitely in there. Just very light. I'm overall it's mostly vegetal. Looking at the liquid, very clear. I think all those little bits down there are like the down off the buds. But very clear, kind of like a really, really light golden color. It looks tan on camera. Let's give it a little taste. A lot more pleasant than I expected. Quite a bit of body on it already too. And there's like a nice, they said honeysuckle, I think, and sweetgrass. Like the last tea definitely had a sweetgrass note, and this one definitely does as well. Very reminiscent, very similar flavor there. Honeysuckle, I think, is a good thing to say. It's like a little floral, a little vegetal, a little sweet, a little honey-esque, but not quite as honey tasting. That last tea I had was the Bai Mudan, definitely more akin to honey itself, and this is more akin to like, it's similar to honey, but not quite. I like it though, and then it does have a little bit of that roasted, nutty taste along with the smell, and like just a background lingering sweetness as it goes down. It's like on the back of the tongue, on the palate, going down the throat. Nice warming sweetness. They did mention vegetation returns after the fourth infusion with a sweet pea flower fragrance. I feel like I'm already getting sweet pea flower, which is not a bad thing. You can get the pea flower tea. It's just the flowers, and you brew it, and then if you add like an acid, it turns color, like that color changing tea. It changes from like purple to pink or whatever. Like it's kind of it's like that a little bit. Yeah, this is nice. I think their tasting notes are very. I don't know about baked donut. I don't know if I'm getting any baked donut, but honeysuckle roasted. I don't know about roasted peanut, but some kind of roasted nutty taste. Sweetgrass and then cream. I could definitely see all these. It does have a nice thick texture, a little bit of sweetness, grassy and vegetal, roasted nutty, like a floral honey esque note. It's not quite honey, but it's close. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm gonna do another steep just to give it another try, see if there's any adjustment or it gets stronger. All right, continuing with that next steep, Silver Needle. This one went for probably about 20 seconds. Probably a little too long, but that's fine. We'll see. We'll see how it works. It's still pretty cool. I did it at 185 again, so shouldn't scorch the leaves or anything. All right, very light golden color still, not a ton of color change, just a little more color maybe. Still looking mostly tan on camera, but still overall pretty clear. I think there's like a little opacity to it. Maybe it's like the little, what do they call them, the like the hairs, the down. It's definitely in there. Let's smell these wet leaves again. Yeah, no change. Still, tiny bit of nuttiness, but overall very vegetal smelling. The liquid's a lot sweeter tasting than the smell of the leaves would lead me to believe. Let's give this a little taste. And just very pleasant, very a lot of sweetgrass taste. That background sweetness in the back of the mouth and palate, and warming going down. That roasty nut taste. Nice, nice body on it. Good medium, uh, good amount of body for sure. Almost like a creaminess. I very much like this taste. I wouldn't. It's definitely a flavor you can taste, but at the same time, it's um, I want to say delicate. It would they say refined? Yeah, it's definitely very specific. It's not like punch you in the face. It's kind of like you sit back, you kind of you take it in, you think about it a little. It's definitely nice, very enjoyable. I don't think I discussed price, but 25 grams for 26 bucks, so quite a pricey one. But this is like a really specific, rare, highly sought after tea. I think it's even expensive in the Chinese market. Obviously, if you really like it, you get the bigger size. It's a little cheaper. Um, the best bang for the buck might be just getting the sampler pack like I got, 45 bucks, and you get, from the look of it, three different types of tea. Um, and this Silver Needle one is the most full out of all of them. It was filled to the brim, so this might even just be straight up 30 grams in this bag. I didn't weigh it, but quite a bit of tea for 45 bucks for that pack, and it seems to me like the best bang for the buck. Unless you just want plain Silver Needle, that's fine, I guess. But yeah, I very much enjoy this tea. I think I'm gonna think about it, but this one might also go in the favorites playlist. Obviously, I am a little biased towards white tea. I always talk about my love for white tea, but this one's really nice. Nice, calming, little bit of sweetness, vegetal, grassy, little bit of a roasted nuttiness, but it's already starting to that part's already starting to dissipate a little, and that vegetal is overpowering it. But yeah, I very much like this tea. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tea content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Have you had Silver Needle? Who have you had it from? What's your favorite? Or what other teas do you like? Maybe you have some suggestions. All right. Thanks for watching. See you.